Anybody paying attention to the real estate market knows that it's changing. That means strategies for purchasing a home have changed as well. Today's video is going to provide a couple tips and tricks that you can pay attention to when looking for a home in this market. Welcome back to my channel, everybody, and a special welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you so much for the support. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, you can do so by clicking down below. In the description below, I've included a client interest form, so if you're interested in buying or selling at any point, it doesn't have to be immediately, maybe down the road, you can click on that form, fill out your information, and I'll be in touch with you as soon as possible or when it's convenient for you. Average Americans were paying around 25% of their annual income toward their housing payments in January. That number is now up to about 35% on average. In addition to that, we're seeing mortgage rates up over 6% for the first time since 2008. So mortgage rates coupled with still high home prices have disqualified many buyers from being able to purchase a home right now. However, in our local markets between Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee, we're still seeing a lot of buyer demand and people who are purchasing homes out of necessity or because they see opportunity. Today, I want to focus on a couple key strategies that prospective buyers can focus on with their agents to get the best deal possible in this ever-changing market. I want to preface these tips and tricks by letting everybody know that these are personal experiences with my clients over the last few months. These are not foolproof, sure ways that you will secure the best deal on a property. I just want to come at you from the trenches and be as real as possible to show you what kinds of experiences I've had with my clients recently since the mortgage rates started to go up. Tip number one goes without saying, price cuts. I'm going to jump over to Zillow now and show you a listing that has had a price cut recently, located here in Temecula. Full disclosure, this is not my listing, it's just a random listing I found in Paloma del Sol that illustrates what I'm trying to show you now. Up at the top of the listing, you see the list price is $629 with a price cut of $10,000 on the 15th of September. That doesn't show you the full story, however. You actually need to scroll down to see the full history of this listing. You can see here that this property was listed on June 22nd of this year for $678, and then there was a price decrease on the 12th of July, and then another on the 24th of July, and then when the property relisted after a pending sale, it was listed at another price drop of $10,000. So overall, there's been a $50,000 price decrease on this house, and the seller is likely motivated. The second tip goes hand in hand with the first tip, which is, in addition to price decreases, how long has the house been on the market? Looking at our first example with this property in Temecula, we can see that it has been on the market for 51 days. I mentioned in my last Temecula market update that in Paloma del Sol, average days on market is right around 25 days as of August of this year, 2022. So this home has been on the market for longer than that average period, which also illustrates that the sellers are likely motivated to sell this property. You might be thinking, well, duh, Scott, if the price has decreased and it's been on the market for so long, obviously the sellers are motivated. Well, I want to show you another example that may illustrate sellers that are not necessarily motivated based on these tips I've just given. Looking at this listing in Murrieta, again, not mine, just randomly pulled up on the internet. You can see the list price up on the top and no price decrease, but this house has been on the market for 37 days. Again, more than the average number of days on market for this area. The fact that this home was listed for sale in mid-August and we're approaching the end of September and there haven't been any price decreases, that might tell you upfront that the sellers possibly are not as motivated as, say, the sellers at the other property who have had several price decreases. I know it goes without saying, but looking at that price history can really be helpful if you're looking for an opportunity to negotiate whether it be the list price or other concessions. I've had two clients in recent months who have gone under contract on homes that have been on the market for an extended amount of time and had seen price decreases over the course of a couple weeks. In both cases, we were able to negotiate not only the list price, but also some closing cost concessions, which is really helpful in this market to help buy down the rate. Again, this is not a guarantee on every transaction, but these are terms that we would have never been able to negotiate a couple months ago when the seller's market was really hot. We're finding that our buyer clients have a bit more power in the current market, especially when there are motivated sellers. And the third and final tip I want to give you today is talk to your agent about their preferred lenders. Agents take a lot of care to choose lenders that they want to work with based on their customer service and their rates. Obviously, in this market, getting a good rate is of the utmost importance, and we as agents try really hard to align ourselves with lenders that are going to give you the best of both worlds, a seamless, smooth transaction coupled with a really good rate. I will have another video in the future about suggestions on how to rate shop, how to ultimately choose who to go with when financing your new home. But the long and short of it is that banks, credit unions, and online lenders tend to provide lackluster customer service, have more difficulty meeting timelines compared to individual lenders who are more available, including on the weekends, and can guide you through a transaction one step at a time and explain the process every step of the way. So that is my third tip. Reach out to your agent about finding a lender that's going to give you the best rate possible in this market, and shop wisely when choosing a lender to go with when financing your home. I put out shorts every Monday and Friday with mortgage rate updates, and every Monday with inventory updates as well. My mortgage rate updates work as a great baseline from which you can judge if you're getting a good rate or not from the lender. To wrap it all up, look for those price decreases, look for the total number of days on market, and shop carefully for a lender, consulting with your agent so you can get the best advice possible when choosing who to go with to finance your home. Those are all strategies that will help you in this market as mortgage rates and affordability remain volatile. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back again next week with another video, and in the meantime, I'll be putting out shorts almost every day. We'll see you next time, and have a great weekend.